Have you ever tried to lose weight, go to the gym and stick to the plan, but you just cannot stay consistent? At first you're so motivated, you're following the plan, you're being disciplined, you're staying consistent. Then in a few weeks you lose motivation and just give up on your goals. And here's how to fix that and how to stay consistent. I just want to share a little bit of my story just because I've experienced that myself. When I was dieting, sitting on different strict diets, was over restricting my calories, and I was sticking to the plan for a few weeks, and then I was just losing motivation. I was losing that discipline as I thought was discipline, and I just couldn't stick to the plan no matter what I did in my life. The main problem of yours, it's not discipline, it's your approach. First point that I want to cover, that you're being too strict with yourself. Why it doesn't work for you? Because you try to be extreme with yourself. You set the expectations that are just not possible to achieve. For example, eating 100% clean, hitting the gym 5-6 times a week, never skipping the gym, doing 2 hours workouts, doing cardio every single day, never snacking or eating something unhealthy. Yeah, that sounds good in a theory, but in reality, you leave no space for yourself as a human. For the human actions, for example, you have your period, you want to snack, you're tired, you don't have energy to work out. Or you had few night shifts at work in a row, and of course you don't have energy to go to the gym and hit legs today. Because for you, one small mistake feels like a huge failure. These actions that should not feel like a problem start feeling like a huge problem for you. That's exactly why your body, your mind feels constantly under pressure. And the problem is that you cannot literally follow your goals and fulfill the plan if you're constantly under pressure. If you follow these strict rules, they 100% will cause mental exhaustion, physical exhaustion, and strong cravings of especially unhealthy foods. And the stricter you are with yourself, the most likely you will try to escape this cage and prison of being too strict and disciplined with cravings, with doing unhealthy things, with eating junk food. And this is just a fact. The stricter you are, the worse it gets. And the problem is that it affects your brain mentally. You feel unmotivated and undisciplined instead of being inspired and instead of being on fire for goals. And you start avoiding gym or any workout plans and nutrition plans because it just feels so exhausting for you and for your body. You cannot literally stand it. Also, you start associating fitness with punishment and stress. And you start thinking, I cannot do this, so why try once more? If I didn't do this last time, then the second time I'll end up the same and I end up quitting, and then why should I even try to lose that weight? So my solution for you in this case, in the case of you being too strict, trying to punish yourself for everything and expecting yourself to show up 100% all the time, stop expecting perfection from yourself. Please calculate and add in your plan the fact that you are a human being, that you might make any mistakes, that you might feel tired, unmotivated sometimes, not on fire for that, I don't know, had some cravings, your cycle changes, you might have it. And that's normal just because you're a human being. If you already created some fitness rules like, yeah, I'm gonna show up every single day, create these flexible rules for yourself. For example, I'm gonna show up most of the days. That's important. So if you don't show up once a month or twice a month, you can just move the workouts or change the days or just forget about it, right? And keep going and stay consistent. Ask yourself this question: can I realistically do this for a month or even years, not just 1 week? If the answer is no, your plan, it's not gonna work. Your approach, it's not the right approach that you take. It's just the quick fix that you're looking for to lose few kilograms and then gain it back right away. Is the answer is yes or no? Can you sustain it realistically for years, for months, not only for a few weeks? Second point, why you cannot achieve what you want, you lose weight and you constantly quit just because you want too much from yourself. What I mean is that you want a lot of things happen at once. You try to install and implement these new habits, like eating clean, working out, hydrating yourself, waking up early at the same time, I don't know, doing cardio every day. And you try to implement all of these habits at once, even though your lifestyle before looked like something not really healthy. You have been oversleeping all the time, going to bed late, not working out, eating junk food, and not even looking after your nutrition. And now you need to count calories, go to the gym, run, wake up early, hydrate, drink supplements, and you know what? Your nervous system will not handle it. Your brain will not handle it because it's too much pressure at the same time, too many changes in your life. That's why when you sit down and decide, I'm gonna lock in from now on, I'm gonna work out, I'm gonna lose that fat, I don't care, that's it. You make this decision and then you quit. You forget about that plan, right? In a month. And you feel like a failure again. And the problem with that you won't be able to sustain it realistically because your previous lifestyle looked way different from what you want to have, and you just cannot change it right away in one day. You need at least 3 weeks to build a habit, only one habit. If you have too many things that you want to change, the problem is that it's not possible to change at once. Starting from the day one, you start cleaning up your nutrition a little bit here, a little bit there, eating clean, but not cutting out all the food that you ate before and changing your whole life right away. Unfortunately, yeah, I know it will lead to burnout, and it's gonna feel too overwhelming for your body because your body is scared of unknown and of something that is not as comfortable because you don't know what's that, and you will constantly seek this comeback to your previous lifestyle, and you will eventually come back to that lifestyle if you keep going like that. This pressure that you put on yourself will eventually lead to procrastination, avoidance, and then quitting completely. It's normal that it feels hard. It doesn't mean that like something is wrong with you or you're just undisciplined and you cannot put yourself together. No, your body needs a different approach and gradual change, not changing your life right away and flipping it upside down because you will want to come back just because it's too overwhelming. As I said, solution to that is just add things gradually. Some workouts, a little bit here, 2 times a week, then increasing it with time, and then with time you feel way better about yourself. You get used to this type of lifestyle, these habits, and it feels finally sustainable. If you add these small changes consistently, it will transform your life with time. So small changes and consistency, it's always a win. Third point is what I also personally did when I was trying to lose weight. I was trying to be so perfect. I was trying to show up perfectly every single time. I was expecting perfect results, and you know, I was keeping the habit tracker, and if the day when I skipped at least one habit in my habit tracker, I couldn't continue checking the habits every single day like that there. This all or nothing mindset puts so much pressure and unrealistic expectations from yourself. That's why you will not sustain it again, and most likely it's gonna just ruin you mentally a lot. Same example as with habit tracker. The same can be with your nutrition and trying to sustain that healthy lifestyle, doing some healthy habits, but then if you didn't do it at least one day, you just want to quit completely and you feel like, I failed. Oh my god, what happened? I failed, and yeah, I'm quitting, I'm done with that. This is what I basically experienced also myself, and the day I missed it because I was busy, because I was tired, I don't remember, I just quit it. This is exactly all or nothing mindset will never lead you to success and to achieving what you want. All these tasks that you do will feel like a test that you can fail. So every single day you go through the day, it's gonna feel like a test that you need to pass, otherwise you failed. And unfortunately, it affects so many women. I've talked to so many women who cannot stick to their plans. The reason might be it's just lack of the structure first. the second and most of the common reason is that it's just not sustainable and you want to be perfect always and you want to show up perfectly. That's why you just cannot show up and you just procrastinate so much because you expect perfection from yourself, which is not possible. So accept again that you're a human being. Missing a workout, eating something unhealthy, not drinking your supplements for one day does not mean that you fail. It does not erase your progress and removes your progress completely. It doesn't mean that your muscle will stop growing, you will become fat if you missed one workout or ate that cake. If you have the mindset and mentality of 80% healthy, 20% your favorite food, or I try to go for 90-10, it feels better for me at least. It's not that you should do 100%, always eat clean, always show up perfectly. It's really all about balance, because without balance, you'll feel so much pressure, so much overwhelming, and will eventually quit. Always come back on track, no matter what you did before. If you traveled, if you got sick, if something happened in your life, you always come back on track there to the starting point and you start again going to the gym, start doing things again. It will not erase your progress, and if you come back like this for years and years, you will see so much changes in your body, in your mindset, in your lifestyle. I hope this video was very, very informative for you and it helped you to change some mindset or the way you will perform in the future, the way you take approach to this weight loss journey. If you really need some help or accountability from a person, I'm so glad to support you in your journey, help you to lose fat, help you to get fit, lean, feminine, and just beautiful. It's time to change your life. Book a first discovery call with me. We'll get to know each other, talk through your goals, and then start working together. I'm very excited to help you. You can also subscribe on my Instagram to check my daily life, some updates, and more tips for weight loss and how I did this. So thank you so much. Wish you a good day further.